Welcome to Coruzant Technologies, home of the Digital Executive Podcast. Welcome to the Digital Executive. Today's guest is Meyr Aviv. Meyr Aviv is the founder and CEO of Moving APT, a leading interstate moving company based in Miami, Florida. Aviv founded Moving APT in 2010, and since then the company has experienced consistent growth via revenue and customer acquisition. Most recently, Moving APT doubled its year-over-year revenue from 2020 to 2021. Aviv is also the founder of iMoving, an online platform that provides users with key information on moving companies by comparing prices and reviews and streamlining the booking process from start to finish. Well, good afternoon, Meyr. Welcome to the show.
Welcome, Thomas, Brian.
Awesome. This is great. I'm glad you could jump on, and I appreciate your flexibility today. As you know, I traverse the globe when I do the podcasts, and I know you're out of Florida, so you're making some extra time out of your day. So I promise to make this painless for you, and we're going to get you some great traction for this awesome audience that loves to hear more about what you're doing. So I'm going to jump into the questions, Meyr. You've got quite the career in logistics. You're an entrepreneur, and now you're the founder and CEO of iMoving. Could you share with our audience the secret to your career growth and what inspires you?
Since I was a little boy, the things that was inspiring me, obviously it's American movies and TVs and stuff like that. So the first thing that I want to do is to come over here to America. That was my first inspiration, and, to live the American dream, And I think part of to come to America when you're pretty young, like 21, 22 years old, the lack of family and different cultures create you become to be you have kind of different personality. Mm-hmm. You become to be more maturity and toughness.
Sure.
And basically when you're starting to looking for, a job and stuff like that, there's no room for discount. Mm-hmm. So that's pretty much make me, I think this is the part that I was in different country that was make me think different from a person that grew up over here and have all these blanket of families and friends and stuff like that.
Absolutely. No, you're absolutely right. It's a challenge. The United States is a melting pot for every country from around the world. And what's great to hear is entrepreneur stories, but what's even greater is hearing somebody that has immigrated to this country and has really lived the American dream and started a successful business. So my hats are off to you. Believe me, this is what I grew up in. And so for you to come over here and you had challenges, obviously probably couldn't speak the language when you first came here. And that's just amazing. And that's what inspires people. And that's what gets people to listen to this podcast. So thanks for your story, Meyr. I appreciate that. And Meyr, let's talk about a little bit about this pandemic, right? As you know, everybody's had to shift and pivot and innovate, right? Could you share with us what you're doing to help your company stay relevant in this economy?
Yeah, definitely. When everything started, I think that was beginning of February or middle of February, we start talking about that in the office, and I thought, okay, as long that we are booking and everybody, is okay, we are continuing. And I remember that I wrote a big email to all the employees over here, explain them the situation, just to make them prepare. If something going to happen, we have to release people home. And I decided to take some action and release all my salespeople to work from home on commission only, to lower the cost as much as I can. Mm-hmm. And part of the group, I left it inside the office. Okay. And we said, all right, let's see, because I remember in our office building, nobody was in that office building. It was empty, all the business was shutting down. And for us, the phone still, ringing. And I think because we are nationwide, a moving broker, that helped us a lot, because in places that like in New York or in California that was shutting down, other state and city was working like nothing happened, like there is no pandemic. That's one. And another thing is all my business structure, I built my business structure to work remotely. When I sell my salespeople to work from home, the CRM, it's online system, and the IP phone, it's So for them to work from home is not like a big deal. It's not like you have to take some things with you. That was easy. That was very easy. So I think the part of that I was preparing before this pandemic happened, we always work with all the brand new software and all the innovation that you can bring to the company. I always was the first one to bring that things in. And I think when everything happened, I felt like I didn't felt like my business stopping completely. No, for us it was like I think that was the strongest part from all the years that I built the business. It's to make that business like decentralized. You know, that you can work from everywhere, anywhere. You know, with just computer and that's it.
That's awesome. I appreciate you sharing, and you're absolutely right. When you're kind of forced to change your business model or to innovate and you don't have much time to do it, you're absolutely right. And, you know, when you think of the end goal or the solution, you know, what you want, where you need to be, your brain is very powerful and it will come up with a solution. So I love the story on that. I think that's awesome. So Meyr, this is we're a technology platform, and I want to talk to you about technology, right? I know you're not a technologist by trade, but you've obviously had to employ some technology, right? So let's talk about leveraging some new and emerging technologies in your business. Is there anything you might be able to share with us today?
Yeah, as a business owner, I think the most important is, the problem that I see in most of the businesses is outsourcing. This is the main problem. Anything that you can keep at home, you know? For example, we are moving broker, like we are nationwide. So basically, all the traffic that we are getting, it's like online traffic.
Yeah.
So instead to work with lots of publishers and stuff like that, you know, just open another division in your company, you know, and start to hiring marketing people that are doing PPC, SEO, blog, and stuff like that, you know, software developer. And that's what basically I did. I felt like after that I was for like 5 or 6 years in the business that to be independent on outsourcing all the time, it takes you a while to get to the point that you want to get, you know? Obviously, when you're controlling all the things in-house, that's much more easier, you know? It's like you're trying to build a car, but guess what? If that car has like 2,000 parts and 1,500 parts, it's depending on outsourcing. Think about that, how long it's going to take you to build that car, you know?
Yeah.
You know, it's going to take you a while. And of course, technology, I was attending to lots of shows related to marketing and related to technology. And the only reason that I was going to those shows to see like how I can innovate my business, you know, smoother, faster, you know, and the most important too is to hiring the right people. Sometimes you have to pay a little bit more to bring the right people that can do the right things for you.
Absolutely. No, I love that. And I just, you know, sticking on technology, I like how you've taken a traditional moving business and now you've incorporated this technology, and now it's online, it's nationwide, and you've really grown something here that I think is impressive. So thank you for sharing that. And Meyr, let's talk about, this is the last question here, but we want to know a little bit more about you. Can you share something from your career experience that might be helpful for those looking to grow their career in leadership or entrepreneurship?
Yeah, the most important thing is don't be afraid to fail, you know. This is the most important thing. It's like, I can tell you, I'm not the smart guy in town, but every 10 attempts I made, I failed 9. But guess what? It's still a 10%. And I think with a 10%, you can build a strategy. And slowly, after a couple of years, the 10 become to be 20 and 20 become to be 40. You know, you become to be a pro.
Absolutely. No, you're absolutely right on that. And, you know, I love hearing the stories from entrepreneurs, from CEOs, where they started out with nothing but a shirt on their back. They came over to the United States and started something from scratch is simply amazing. And I love your story, Meyr, and I can't wait to get this finished and shared out with the global audience. So thanks again. And Meyr, it was a pleasure having you on today. I look forward to speaking with you real soon.
Thank you, guys. Me too.
Bye for now.